like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is the name and the person behind the microphone, speaking to you out loud and clear onto this channel known as the Rokani Media Football. And hope you guys are really having super fun. So let's obviously get or go eyes. Arsenal is playing its last game of the group stages of the UEFA Champions League, and it's not only the side that is really playing it, but very many others are also playing it. We are having 18 games. All the 36 teams, are really taking part into this particular last match day 8 of the Champions League. Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously name its starting 11, and guess what? As I told you, Kai Havertz and Caafiori have started. In there, it's Kepa Arrizabalaga, Benjamin White, Mosquera, Ricardo Caafiori, Lewis Kelly, Nogard, Eze, Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, Martinelli, Gyökeres. That is the starting 11 for the side of Arsenal. The bench has the following players: Setford, Porter, Gabriel Magalhaes, Salomon Hinkapie, Zubimendi, Ibrahim, Odegaard, Bailey Joseph, Saka Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus in there for you. That means Saliba, Julian Timber, Declan Rice are really out of this. Those players have been rested. I think they'll be ready for their game over the weekend. That is Mikel Arteta for you. And from there, we obviously head to how Arsenal is obviously going to be lining up. Like this, I'm talking about the formation that Arsenal is dropping tonight, all using unchanged. It's a 4-3-3 system that the manager's gonna hate to drop. Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. It's a 4-3-3 system. Benjamin White, right back. Left back is Lewis Kelly. Left-sided centre-back Ricardo Caafiori. Remember, for Ricardo Caafiori, he was one of those that was supposed to take part into the game of Manchester United, but he never really represented because he really failed a late fitness test, and the manager was like, let us rest him and see to it that he gets ready for this game. And he's playing the central defense with the Mosquera as a right-sided centre-back in there. Then Nogard playing as a CDM. Kai Havertz playing as a number 10. And I'm telling you this, Ebelechi is going to be playing as a box-to-box midfielder. I'm telling you this because Kai Havertz will do the number 10 role. And I think the manager is really trying him out to see whether he will obviously fulfill what he's demanding from him, because Kai Havertz in the number 10 role, if you watched him at was it Bayern Leverkusen where he was, the lad was really creative. He was really creating in very many chances, and you would obviously understand that he's really good to go. So that is Arsenal for you, with the Ebelechi Eze playing as the box-to-box midfielder. I told you Ebelechi Eze can play as a number 10, he can play as a number 8, can play as a left forward, can play as a right forward, he can also play as a center forward in there for you. Then Noni Madueke, right forward, Gabriel Martinelli, left forward, and Victor Gyökeres coming in through to lead the line. And for Victor Gyökeres, I think the manager was really very spot on. He really understood that during the game of Manchester United, he might not get all what it takes to really score goals. And he was like, Jesus, who scored a brace against Inter Milan, even if he doesn't really score against Manchester United, criticism won't be huge. You get? And he was like, of the two games, which game can see Victor Gyökeres score goals? I think this is the game of Kairat. And he's like bringing him to see that all goes on well to his profile of really scoring goals. Remember, I think he has 3 goals in the Champions League. That is Victor Gyökeres. And today I think he can see himself score a hat-trick or a brace to really see to it that he really takes his tally to 5 or 6. And I think that will be very important for him because he so far has 9 goals this season. And that will help him hit double figures this season. And will be like 9, 10 goals away from really hitting double figures. And if I don't know Victor Gyökeres, if I hit double figures, that will be really great for him as a player in there for you. Now, when you look at that team of Arsenal, no player that started in the game of Man United has gone ahead to come in through to start in this game. Remember, Raya started as the goalkeeper. Julian Timber started as the right back. Hinkapie started as the left back. Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba, centre-back partnership. Zubimendi, CDM. Odegaard, number 10. Then Declan Rice, number 8. Saka, right forward. Trossard, left forward. And Victor Gyökeres came in through and represented to the fullest. You understand? After representing to the fullest, obviously, they really put out a very huge shift. And 11 players have gone ahead to be rested, and the manager's gearing up for the game he's going to be playing over the weekend in there for you. So that's all about a club known as Arsenal. When we go to Kairat, Kairat have brought in the following team. The system is a 3-4-3 system that the manager of Kairat has chosen to bring in through. And it has the following. This is Anabakov in goal. The back three has Sirobokov on the right of the three-man central defense. Sorokin on the left of the three-man central defense. Martinokov at the center of the three-man central defense. Tapalov, right wing back. Then Luis Mata, left wing back. Then Glazer and Sadibakov are playing the double pivot. Mestrinsky, right forward. Jorginho, left forward. And Eddie Milishon is leading the line for the side of that team known as Kairat. So, Arsenal comes into this game of football after losing out to Man United. And they've gone 3 Premier League games without collecting 3 points. But in the Champions League, they've been cruising. Remember, they beat Inter Milan by 3-1. And when you look at the table, you know, I don't think that there is a team that really can get Arsenal off the top of the table of the Champions League. Because even if Arsenal loses today and Bayern Munich wins, you know, Bayern needs to score 5 goals to level Arsenal in the goal difference. But remember, when Arsenal played Bayern Munich, Arsenal beat Bayern Munich by 3-1. You understand? And I don't think that Kairat can find themselves in a position of really beating the club of Arsenal. So Arsenal only needs a draw to obviously top this. And why is it very important for a team known as Arsenal to obviously top the group? 1, they don't play the next round, you know, and they get back into action in the round of 16. You get the first team and the 8th team stay in what we call the league. Sorry, they get straight to the round of 16. Now, this knockout stage will comprise of teams that have been 9th to 24th, and those draws I think will be held very soon. Those teams will obviously face off one another. Now, Arsenal finishing first or second helps them in the round of 16, quarterfinals, and the semi-finals. They will play last. They'll play the game. Like they stand a chance to host last in every stage. The round of 16, semi-finals, and the quarterfinals. So that's why a team that really finds itself in the first and second position, they stand a chance if at all they reach the quarterfinals and the semis. And the first 8 teams will play last in the round of 16. They will first pay visit to those teams that will knock out the others and really proceed to the round of 16. You understand? So that's exactly how this format has been drawn, and that's why Arsenal is pushing hard to find themselves in a position of getting where you guys want them to be. So that is Arsenal for you, and they're really working tooth and nail to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. We are having in Zico Cosmos, I'm seeing Arsenal 4 win for Arsenal. UEFA Champions League always do the best. Man from Maracha, all right. Then Buire Michael, good evening already. I think Arteta is not a winning manager. Now, how come people say Arteta is not a winning manager? The guy is still on top of the Premier League, clear with 4 points, and we're having 15 games to go. Judge him at the end of the season. If you say he's not a winning manager, how did he happen to win an FA Cup in his first season? And this season, he's still in all tournaments. Next week, Arsenal is playing he's playing Chelsea. And by Wednesday next week, we'll be knowing whether Arsenal is going to be playing the finals of the Carabao Cup or not. What if the man goes ahead to win the Carabao Cup, I think it's going to be, when is the finale going to be played of the Carabao Cup? Let me check. I want to know when the final is really going to be played. Let me check here. Carabao Cup final 2026. It's going to be played on the 22nd of March. So, if Arsenal beats or really draw with Chelsea next week, they'll be in the final of the of the Carabao Cup, meaning that Arsenal might lift its first trophy of the season on 22nd. Now, will you come out and tell us that he is not a winning manager? So you guys are really making conclusions that are really uncalled for, according to me, because I do believe in him, and all what you are seeing is because of his efforts, and he has gone ahead to transform Arsenal to where it is. He's not a winning manager. Who tells you that? Has the season ended? Has he lost any trophy that has been involved in? The answer is no. The guy is still literally competing for every trophy that he's into. Premier League, topping the league. Champions League, topping the group. FA Cup, into the next round. Carabao Cup, one leg already at Wembley, as he only needs a draw against Chelsea next week to see himself to the final. So whoever says Arteta is not a winning manager, I think you are just biased. You get? If he ends up this season without winning anything big, then I'll come and agree with you that maybe he's not a winning manager. Kasande Ben, well done. Buire Michael, cause the way he does his things, you wonder in the second half of the season. But do you know that Arteta has always looked good in the second half of the season? And it's only 1 or 2 games that have gone ahead, obviously fail him. But when you look at that club of Arsenal, they're not gonna really lose that trophy, I tell you. Look at their squad. And God has gone ahead to help them to obviously play most of the big teams. And good enough, Arsenal has to play against. So these are the remaining 15 games for the club of Arsenal. Leeds away, Sunderland at home, Brentford away, Tottenham away, Chelsea at home, Brighton away, Everton at home, Wolves away, Bournemouth at home, Man City away, Newcastle at home, Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley at home, and Crystal Palace away. So, when you look at all these games, I think the hardest game, that of Manchester City, is obviously going to be played away. That is it. And I think they've already played Liverpool. They've played Manchester United, so they're left with Chelsea, Spurs, they're done with Aston Villa. And teams like Chelsea, teams like, teams like Man City, they still have to play Liverpool. Arsenal is done with Liverpool. They still have to play Aston Villa. Arsenal is done with Aston Villa. And I tell you, by the time Man City is done with those games, they'll be level. Arsenal will be back at being 7 points ahead of them. I tell you. So I don't know why. And I've even gone ahead to see some pundits come up and obviously say Arsenal is losing out on the trophy. And I'm like, you guys, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You think Man City is going to win games? I'm here to assure you that Man City will drop points. I'm telling you this. City will drop points. Like it or not, they'll drop points. You get? So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Let's get done with these predictions that you guys put out in here, and we'll return with the game for this week done and dusted. And 92% of you have called in for National win. 4% have gone to call in for a draw. Kairat, 4% have gone to call in for their win in there. So guys, we out. Bye-bye. I'm going to be returning with the game of football is done and dusted to bring you my match reaction